Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Grand Slam and a brand new chapter in our managerial careers as we have moved to England to take over at the Mighty Bees. Brentford Football Club are under new management. After failing to gain promotion through the playoffs last season, they've turned to brand new manager Dave Plays to try to change their fortunes. And in so doing, a new broom has swept clean somewhat where it comes to the squad. Now let's have a look at the outgoings because I did promise a bit of a transfer special and I am a man of my word after all. So let's have a look at all of the outgoings first. So first of all, you can see O'Connor has left the club. He left for £278,000 and he joined Atletico Go. Good luck to him. Hopefully, he'll have a good career moving on from Brentford. Now, next up, we have Gordon. Gordon moved to Pek Zwolle for £295,000. Moving swiftly on, we have the defender Good, £551,000 we got for him, and we fleeced Bordeaux for that money. You will notice that a lot of these, in fact, most of these, if not all of these sales, are under the market value of the player. When you are actively trying to sell a player, especially on PES, it is very, very difficult to get market value. It's just one of those things. So unfortunately, we have had to cut our cloth accordingly. Next up, the centre forward Presley, £354,000, a move to Pacos de Ferreira. That's hopefully a good move for him. It was certainly a decent move for us. Second to last, we've said goodbye to Gilbert. HNK Riker came in with a bid of £311,000. We snapped their hands off somewhat for that one and sent him on his way with a pat on the back and all best wishes. And then probably the biggest transfer of this transfer window, certainly the most money to change hands involving Brentford, was the sale of Timothy Fosu Henry to Nottingham Forest, a team that we know fairly well on this channel, for a fee of £1.47 million. So you can see a fair amount of money spent in the outgoings. Now, what did we do on the incomings? You'll remember that the one position that really concerned me was right back. And not only did I sign a right back, I've also signed someone that can cover that position and could probably do a fairly good job there. Although really, I think he is probably better suited to elsewhere on the team. First of all, our first choice right back is Razkazov, who we bought from Spartak Moscow for £1.3 million. I believe he's on a wage of somewhere in the region of £16,000 a week. That's not too bad for a player who is taking a bit of a step down, so he wanted the extra money just to be secure. So welcome to the club, Razkazov. I believe he's a Russian, and he is a marked improvement over any other right back that we had at the club already. Now, the second transfer is an interesting one, and it's a name that is probably going to be a fairly familiar name to those of you who are familiar with the Premier League as well as the Championship. Trevor Chalobah has joined Brentford on a free transfer. I was just as surprised as the rest of you to see that he was on the free transfers list. The reason he originally came up on my search was because I was looking for players that could play at right back, and he can in fact play at right back. He's also a very adept central midfielder and defensive midfielder. We're still a little bit light in attacking midfield, but we do have players that can rotate into that position from other positions in midfield. Um, this really is a more of a squad signing and a signing that will give us a little bit of extra legs in the centre of midfield when we need it. This is going to be a long and hard season. We need quality operators in the centre of midfield, and I believe that Chalobah on a 2-year contract can give us that solidity. So welcome to the club, Trevor. I hope that you have some wonderful games in the red and white stripes of Brentford Football Club. Right, now with all of that transfer stuff out of the way, we can get into the opening game of the season, which is going to take place at the Brentford Community Stadium, and it's going to be between Brentford and Coventry City. And so as the game loads up and we get what has now become a little bit of a running joke for me, frankly, here we are again concentrating very, very hard, trying to psychically imprint our team talk on the players, because as you can tell from the fact that you can hear him clapping but no speech, there is not a single word coming out of that man's mouth, so he must be a psychic. First match of the season is one you should definitely make a good showing in. We have promised that we will get promoted this season. We've promised good, clean football while we're at it. This is a formation that we are familiar with. However, it is not a team that we are familiar with. The thing that worries me most is the fact that Ivan Toney is a fox in the box style player, as opposed to a poacher, and that might throw a little bit of a spanner in the works. And you see Trevor Chalobah already on the bench there. He's actually rated better than Onyeka is, even though I think Onyeka's, pretty much Onyeka beats him in every category. So I don't know why that is. It's very peculiar. The other weird thing is if I swap Onyeka and De Silva over, we actually get a bit of a stats boost for Onyeka, and we stay the same for De Silva. The thing is, De Silva's not as good defensively as Onyeka is, so I'm going to keep Onyeka in defensive midfield. De Silva's going to play central midfield. Jensen is going to play attacking midfield. I did make very brief overtures towards Dunkirk for the services of Wouterberger. They were happy to sell. In fact, they didn't have a choice. They had to sell because of the fact that we were capable of offering his release clause. However, the player didn't sound massively convinced that he was going to get game time. And frankly, I don't think he would necessarily get every game the way that he is at the moment. I think he would definitely be a squad player, a player that could come in and again give us more legs the same way that Chalobah has. But it's a little bit disappointing because I was hoping that I would be able to bring a couple of players with me, and maybe there would be one or two players that would follow me throughout my career, much in the same way as Rondon seems to be doing so with a certain Spanish manager who has rocked up at Everton. Anyway, here is the opening game of the season. It's a lovely sight to see the players in their red and white stripes coming out at the Brentford Community Stadium down that big brick walkway there. Players lining up, both goalkeepers choosing to wear green today, very traditionally minded keepers. Coventry have a pretty nice kit, it has to be said. They've had some absolute dogs of kits over the last few seasons, but this one of their better. Now here's Henry. Immediately we're making a play down the left hand side. It comes centrally to Jensen, plays it back to Onyeka. It's a little bit loose from Jensen. Now Razkazov, the first chance that he has to impress his teammates as well as his new adoring fans. Here's De Silva into Wissa, back into De Silva, going around one man, and it's a great opening salvo from De Silva. Coventry are a little bit on the ropes at the moment. They play a long one forward, which I is going to deal with quite comfortably. And again, De Silva plays it forwards into Wissa, tries to play one centrally, but can't quite make the pass stick. Here's Godden now. That's a good play, although Aya has read it and has recovered well. Good defending from the big Nordic player. Now here's Onyeka. He's going to play it out left to Henry. The attacking fullback's working well for Brentford so far here. Wissa to Jensen. Out wide to Razakov. That's a lovely dummy between the legs from Razakov into the middle. Ivan Toney looking to stretch for it, and the defender does a great job of popping it over the goal to diffuse the danger. Now a corner which Jensen will take, the first corner of this new manager's tenure. How will Brentford do from set pieces? Well, not brilliantly, if that's anything to go by. Godden picks up the loose ball. Aya in attendance, looking to put pressure on the man, and he does a great job winning the ball, but it goes out of play for the Coventry throw on the right-hand side as they attack. Here's McGinn. De Silva reads the play of the ball, but isn't able to get there quickly enough. Aya reads it nicely and manages to win a header, which goes back to David Raya. And here we go again, starting from the back. Here's Razakov. Teammate showing for it. Eventually Jensen gets it. Here's Razakov again. Goes past one man. Tony in the middle. Ball into the middle. Tony stretches again. And again, that defender does very well to get his head to it at the cost of another corner. Ivan Toney knows exactly where that ball's going. Just needs to figure out how to get to it before the defender. And I can't understand why the referee has blown up here. Ivan Toney went in to try and win a header. Hasn't really done anything that I would term an illegal move. And well, he's come a cropper as a result of that. And Aya does very well to come up and win the ball there, but unfortunately no Brentford player was hello, expecting it. Onyeka to Razgazov, back inside to Onyeka, sticks one over the top looking for Tony, who's going to try and run onto it. McFadzean does a great job of winning the header, and it goes out for a throw-in, which Brentford will take on their right-hand side, Coventry's left. Razgazov to Jensen, inside to De Silva, back to Mbuemo. Razgazov takes the ball, he's tackled well by Reed, played forward immediately. Janssen deals with the aerial threat. Now Ngandu from the other side to Shipley. Try to play one over the top. Defender just about getting enough on it to get it into the hands of David Raya. And once again, Brentford come forward. And I'm just wondering, auto change attack defence is on, but for some reason it's not changed for a little while. So normally just turning it off and on again does convince it to start working. I've actually manually changed it to slightly more attacking now, since Coventry are dropping off a little bit. Jensen round the corner for Razgazov, and again he's in behind his man. Plays one along the floor this time. Here's Ivan Toney off the post. Oh my goodness me. Well, that's a chance for Brentford. Toney will be kicking himself. He's normally deadly from that kind of range. We've seen it already in the Premier League. We've seen it in the Championship the season before. Give him one more of those chances, he'll put it away. But professional as he is and a consummate striker as he is, he wants to score every chance he's given. Here's Toney once again to Wissa, who turns on the ball and is fouled. He'll get the free kick here. Referee calling it back. Let's see here, he just looks to turn on the ball and his heel's just caught by the defender. Jensen is a way out here. Plays it all the way out to Razgazov once more. Looks from Mbuemo. Header back to Wilson, the goalkeeper, who claims it comfortably. You can tell that Brentford are still getting used to this slightly different system. It's not what they're used to. But defensively, they've looked pretty decent so far, it has to be said. Mbuemo. Back to Jensen. Referee calling things back once again. Looks like Coventry have committed yet another foul. And this might be within striking distance of Mbuemo, the left footer. He puts one over the top. The goalkeeper palms it. It stings his hands. And Wissa's intercepted this one. Here's Jensen. Oh, it's a good save. He would have been fortunate if that had gone in, to be fair. But Wissa intercepted that ball. Ivan Toney didn't really bust the gut quite enough. Oh, Jensen, he's been beaten for the ball there. And now O'Hare. Can Coventry hit them on the break? They might do. The goalkeeper comes out, slides in, does a really good job of winning the ball there, actually. De Silva to Wissa, outside to Henry. Back inside to Wissa again. Toney to Mbuemo, hits it from range. And the goalkeeper puts it behind for another corner. Brentford are making chances, they're just not taking them quite yet. Good strength from Wissa to hold on and release the ball. Here's Jensen from the other side, looks to whip one in. Onyeka underneath it. Henry should get to this one. Plays it back to Janssen. De Silva. Oh, Gandu just getting in there before De Silva can get it off of his foot. And now a long one forward. Aya underneath it. Favourite to win it, and he does. But Gandu has it back here for Coventry. And now Godden. Oh, I don't know what he's doing there. That's a little bit suicidal. Managed to weather that storm though. Here's De Silva looking to win the ball back. Now Shipley. Thought I read a pass going in there, so I tried to slide in to stop it from finding its way through. They're playing nice football around the box. Aya underneath it. Heads it back to De Silva, but again Coventry have it. Period of real pressure here by Coventry. Aya should win that header. It only comes out as far as Hamer. Onyeka wins the ball, but it's a foul. And this could be dangerous. Coventry have players that can hit it from this range. Hamer standing over it at the moment. Oh, it's gone straight into the wall. It does its job. Raskazov looking to defend now. David Raya does a great job. And there is the half-time whistle. Brentford dominating early on, but Coventry grew into the game in the last half of the first 45 minutes. It'll be interesting to see if any tactical changes are made at half-time by either manager. At half-time, despite Brentford's dominance, it's 0-0. I'm not entirely sure what to do here, to be honest. I feel like putting a different centre forward on might change things a little bit, but perhaps if I just push Ivan Toney up slightly higher, that might encourage him to play more like a poacher. He's had chances. It's just putting one away. I think that's always the case with strikers, especially when you're new to a team, and I have absolutely no experience of playing with Brentford prior to this match, so it is a feeling out process. Here's De Silva. Outside to Henry, looking for the run of Wisser. He finds him. Good turn on the ball by Wisser. Can he get round his man? He can't quite, but he wins the ball back, gets it into the box. Ivan Toney, oh my goodness me, how's he missed that? Mbuemo! It's offside, it won't count. That's very harsh. I'll be interested to see just how far offside he was. Oh, he was quite away, to be fair. But it comes off the Coventry player. Now, I thought that started a new phase of play. But apparently, Pro Evolution Soccer doesn't think that, so I don't get the goal. Never mind, eh? Right, we go again. Raskazov has just been put in two minds there, but he does well to win the ball. He can't hold on to it though, and now Coventry have the chance. Aya does so well to win that though, and forward he comes, and now Onyeka. Onyeka's got the ball, plays it. Oh, he looks to play it outside, but he can't make the pass stick. Here's Janssen to Ivan Toney to Wisser. Thought it was going back to Ivan Toney again there for a second, but Mbuemo's dispossessed. Here's Mbuemo once more, but he can't get through. The referee's blown up. Is that a foul outside the box or is it inside? Well, he's asking the question. And it was well outside the box, actually. But this is a chance. Mbuemo. Oh, it's a great save by the goalkeeper. That is superb. The corner could have been slightly further to the right, really, if we're being brutal. As Raskazov looks to win this back, and he can't. And he's got two men on him. Aya wins the header. Janssen to Onyeka. Mbuemo stays ahead of his man. Plays it in, looking for Toney. Back to Mbuemo. Out to Razkazov. Plays one into the middle. Wissa underneath it. Can't get his head onto it though. And it's cleared by a relieved Coventry defence. And Coventry could hit them on the break here. Coventry looking very good on the break. Oh no, that final pass just wasn't right. There's one over the top. Aya looking to deal, and he does once more. He's been imperious so far this game. It's Reed. Plays one forward again. Oof. Onyeka will have to battle for that header. He wins it. Aye, aye, aye. No, not the pass, not the pass. Everything's great until the final third, and then it all breaks down. There's another long ball forward. That's brilliant defending. Really is top-notch stuff. Oh my goodness me, Ivan Toney. You need to be heading that ball first time. I told him to, but he decided to chest it instead, and that took it out of play. And I think it's time for one of the other strikers to be given an opportunity. But which one? I feel like Force is more similar to Ivan Toney. Godos is more of a playmaker in that position. Perhaps that's what we need, is someone that's got a little bit more passing about them. We'll drop him back slightly again. Again, it's a feeling out process, getting used to players here. Defensively, I think we're going to be fine this season. The issue for us is going to be attack. Here's Wissa. Dummies one man. Oh, he's taken by the second. And they could hit us on the break here again. Again, really good from Aya. Now here's Godos. He's got the ball in the final third. Can he find a cross? He can't, and I am at a loss to explain what happened there. But never mind. We have to try and make something out of this cross if we can. Jensen into the middle. Onyeka looking to head it down. Godos nearly got onto the ball, but not quite. And it's going to be one of those days, I think. One of those really frustrating days. Janssen underneath it. Wins the header, but it falls to a Coventry player. Here's Mbuemo. Godos to Wissa. Oh, Henry's round his man. There's no one for him. Wissa! Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Wissa! He struck it as clean as you like. But it really was the pass by Henry that made that goal. Look at this callback. Goodness gracious me. He still had a lot to do with that finish, but the pass was absolutely perfect. Woof. Well, you can't say they haven't deserved their goal today. And now Wissa looking to burst through that final line. Couldn't quite manage it. Look at Godos chasing the ball. Aya with a very good defensive header once more. Henry to Silva to Jensen. Dinks one over the top looking for Wissa. Ooh, nearly. I think Wissa just lost the flight of the ball slightly there. It was a dangerous looking ball over the top. The defender lost it completely. He never had it. Here's one over the top. Aya again heads it away. You have to get up pretty early in the morning to beat Wissa. Oh, Jensen wasn't expecting that one. Here's a cross into the middle for Onyeka to De Silva. Oh, that is a terrible tackle. Referee will have words about this one. So late. I can't believe there hasn't been a card shown for that one. He's saying that's your last chance. But really, look at this. 2 feet, late as you like. If you were that late for work, you'd get a warning. We're going to make a couple of final changes. And Trevor Chalobah is going to make an unusual substitute appearance at right back. Henry has been absolutely superb today. Going to throw De Silva into there, and I think we'll have Norgard come in the centre of midfield. But really, a lot of things to like about this Brentford team under this new manager, playing with a new system. Once they start clicking, I think this is going to be a very formidable team. There is the final whistle. It's a 1-0 win for Brentford on the first day of the season and their first game under a new manager. You could argue that the scoreline isn't really representative of how the game was balanced, but Coventry did give Brentford some cause for concern at times on the counter. If this is an indication of things to come, then this is a very promising start indeed. As you can see from the stats, only the one shot from Coventry during this match. Brentford playing some wonderful stuff. 158 passes made during that game compared to Coventry's 95. Almost 60% of the ball was with Brentford, and they made the most of it with 7 shots, 6 on target. A very clean game, not many fouls for either side, but I have to say that foul early on by Coventry was absolutely horrible. Wissa with the Man of the Match award. I'm not surprised. Match-winning goal by the young man on the left-hand side of the attack. The difference between the two sides here. There we go. It might not be the highest scoring match, but it was certainly the kind of match that we needed to start off the campaign. Hard-fought victory, but a victory nonetheless. 3 points in the bank, and that puts us 8th after 1 game. Right, well, that's going to do it for another episode. When you return, hopefully a little bit more transfer business will have been done. And as well as that, we will probably have highlights of the Premier League, the Championship match coming up next, as well as an FA Cup match that we have lined up. We will come back for a league game tomorrow. This series is not about winning the FA Cup. It is all about winning the 5 major titles of the 5 major leagues after all. So Rotherham and Millwall will be coming to you in the form of highlights before we return for a huge game against recently relegated Fulham. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.